Bitcoin dump and then pump. That is what we're going to go over in today's crypto market update. It's Thursday, October 3rd, 6:20 a.m. We're going to go into Bitcoin. We're going to go into the pump and dump chart, and we're going to go into the altcoin market, as well as look at a couple altcoins. We'll look at SUI. We'll look at XRP because there was some big news about that yesterday. Two big news, and then Flare as well too. So let's get into it. Starting off, we have Bitcoin on the weekly chart. So if you watched the previous market update I put out maybe a couple days ago, on the weekly chart, this is what we were tracking. We were waiting for that little curl down because we were comparing it to back here. This is like this time frame that we're in, September-ish, October-ish of last year to a T, as far as the TSI coming right down to the same level, as well as everything else. So if you haven't seen that last video, subscribe first off, but then check the previous market update where we go over the similarities of back in September 2023, September, October to now. And we had said the first week of October might be a little rocky, and that's what we're seeing right now as we speak. And we're getting that curl down. So we come down once, we pop up a bit, we curl down again, we come down once, we pop up a bit, we curl down, and then after that curl down, which this is the week of the curl down, it's supposed to be up only. So really it was like 2 weeks up. So as you can see, let me zoom in a little bit. You have 1 week, 2 week, and then 1 week down, and then up only. And we had 1 week, 2 week, perfect, and then 1 week down. This is the week. And then next week, if it's anything comparing to last year, should be the start of up only. So the week that started the up only was October 9th. So actually we're right on schedule because it would be October 7th that kicks this off. So we'll see. I mean, it'd be unreal how much this matches up to last year, but that's what we were watching. And we're also watching the 1 week stock RSI. We got the blue going through, and we just need to see that orange line get through as well too. And that will likely come next week if this pans out to be true historically to last year. So that's on the weekly chart. But if we go down to a smaller time frame like the 12-hour chart, we did have a sell now signal and bearish divergence back here on Sunday. So we had our 12-hour sell warning Friday of last week at 66K. We got our sell now at 65K. And we currently have on this candle right now, we're prepared to buy soon. So now we got to prepare to buy soon. That's a good sign, but it's not done until we get that vertical blue buy now like we got back here September 9th. We had our first vertical green prepare to buy soon August 31st, another one Friday September 6th. We got our buy now that said, all right, it's time to start going up, which we did. Sell warning, sell now. We're starting to go down, which we are, but now we have that first prepare to buy soon. We could flash a couple before ultimately that buy now coming in, but I would say once we see that 12-hour buy now, which may come at the tail end of this week, then that will, to me, be the start of our weekly candle for next week being at the beginning of up only. We do have some macro events. We have the PMI coming out today and unemployment rate tomorrow as well too. So a lot of volatility, but once we get that 12-hour buy now, that will likely maybe be till the tail end of this week, which will kick off us going back up, which will then on the weekly chart curl us up here for the start of an up only. That's my opinion on financial advice if this holds true historically to last year. But as far as the short term, we're waiting for that 12-hour buy now. Looking at the daily chart, we are still holding support on that 1 day 200 moving average and the 50 moving average. And we do have that 786 from this local low to the local high at 59,308. If we do end up going lower, there's a possibility for us to go as low as, I believe it was 55,000. So let me go to here, change this to swing trade, and let's see. Yeah, so right here we have the 786, the macro one at 55,000, and then our micro one at 59,308. So that's where we're at. That's where we're at as far as Bitcoin goes. That's what I'm waiting for. That's what I'm watching. If we look at now the pump dump chart, we found support right on that trend line. Actually, in the Discord of the market updates channel, I said that we needed to heed some caution if And this is the pump dump chart specifically for altcoins. And if we pull this up right here, and then let me get the Discord up in the market updates channel. Link is in the bio. You're going to want to get into the Discord for these immediate real-time updates. Right here we got, so if we go up a little bit, I had said that, hey, others pump dump chart heeding caution now for a potential pullback. We could still continue for one last push up before a correction, which would be a push down in the pump dump chart, because when the pump dump chart goes down, cryptos go up. But it would be a push down on the pump dump chart to the 2618 breakdown extension aligned with the 3-day 50 MA. If we check that out now, we're on the 3-day chart for the pump dump chart for altcoins, and that's exactly where we went. The 3-day 50 MA, this green line here, and we did have the extension, the 2618 extension at, and let me just draw it, right at the point that we went to. As you can see, 2618 breakdown extension, the 3-day 50 MA, that's where we came right down to, and then it was time to heed caution because we saw a pump up here, which led to a dump down in crypto. So now, where can we start to be like, all right, it's starting to look good as far as this to head back down and cryptos go back up? I would target this 786, which is coinciding with the 3-day 200 MA. So that's where I'd be targeting first as a potential point where this could start pulling down. So that means a little more downside to go, but could be a little more downside to go if we end up coming to this 786 up here, which would be a key level. So that would mean another 10% move up in this, which would mean like a 10% or so move down in others. And if we look at others, where would that bring us? If we go to the daily chart, which we do have a 1-day sell now, another 10% down from current levels would bring us to, like kind of retesting back down here, which would be like right down there. And that would likely be the 786. If I change that to swing trade, we'll hide a couple things here. So that brings us like close to that 786. Let's say a 10% move down from current levels, like bang right on the money. It would bring us to that 786, and 10% up would bring us to this 786. So that is what I would think of max downside, in my opinion, if everything holds true as far as historically and last cycles and this current cycle from last year. So that's what I'm targeting. And if you look at, we got that 1-day sell now, it's definitely a cause for concern, but in this kind of uptrend, you do see multiple sell nows on the 1-day. Really, we're switching the trend. We're really switching the trend. So that's why we go to a higher time frame now to know when to sell. But really looking on the 1-day chart, the buy hit it, the sell hit it, but really it's the 12-hour chart, because we're in this sideways kind of phase where it really is shining good. The buy now, the sell, the buy. We had a sell up here, and now we're starting to see us go lower. If we go to an even short-term time frame, like a 6-hour chart, we do have a six-hour prepare to buy soon, which is solid. If we look at the 9-hour chart, 9-hour prepare to buy soon, but really we can't get excited until we get that buy now signal. Let's look at the 11-hour. We do have an 11-hour prepare to buy soon, not on the 12 yet, but on Bitcoin we do have that 12-hour prepare to buy soon there. So that's that. Let's go. We covered the pump dump chart. We covered Bitcoin high time frame, low time frame. If we look at others now, we actually did cover that. Let's take a look at SUI, XRP, and Flare. Looking at SUI, we did break the 786. I always say you break a 786 where it can usually target, especially if it's a micro 786, the 2618. It's exactly where we came to, and we're getting a little bit of a rejection right now as we speak. But there's a 3-day chart. We have a couple more days for this candle to close. Looking at the Elliott waves, it does say, hey, now it might be a good time for it to correct, which I believe it is a little overheated at this point. We hit the 2618 extension. We have a 1-day sell warning. We have a 2-day sell warning. We have a 3-day sell warning. Let's look on the 4-day. We don't have a 4-day yet, but still a 3-day, 2-day, 1-day sell warning. And the whole rest of the market kind of being shaky. I definitely see maybe a correction back down before ultimately heading into new price discovery. So looking at SUI, definitely at this time, a bit of a cause for caution at this moment. We actually, on the 12-hour chart, we're holding this market ribbon as support. We had the sell now. We came down. Now we're starting to hold it as resistance. So even though you got a sell now here, we are still weak, but we kept going up. We are still weak as far as in the trend and the oscillators and stuff like that, and the price action, because you can break down from a support and then retest it at a higher price level, but be on the bottom end. And that's kind of a little hidden bearishness. So we're going to watch this close. To kind of save SUI from going down here, we would need a 12-hour cross up through that 50 line and on the TSI as well too. But if we're going to see SUI fall, it's going to likely come down first level to around $1.50, and then second level could be down to $1.33, and then last level for an insane steal of a deal would be around $1.17 to $1.10 in my opinion. So that's that. Let's look at Flare. I believe Flare is going to get ready to start to pick up in a big way. We got the 6-day prepare to buy soon. We're breaking above the market structure ribbon. Had a big volume candle just on this previous one that just closed yesterday. If we look at the TSI finally crossing up here, MACD flipping green. If we look at some lower time frame like the 5-day chart, getting close to a buy now here. Momentum coming up. The pink finally showing some life after a very long time. I haven't seen that happen since October last year, so see how it's kind of lining up. We look at the 4-day chart, now officially crossing up through just like in October of last year, and looking at, I think we have a buy now as well too. That came in just like in October of last year as well too. Looking at the 3-day, we got the buy now. We're seeing the market structure ribbon flip from red to green. Last time we seen that was around October of last year with the buy now in tandem as well. So really Flare is a ticking time bomb in the sense of a melt up and rocket ships. So that's that. Let's look at XRP real quick, because number one XRP ETF was filed yesterday, but the SEC filed an appeal against the Ripple case, whatever. It's all just smoke and mirrors, but it did have prices come down a bit. And guess where it came right to? Let's take a look. It came right down to the 786. Oh, let me put this back up. So we're on the daily chart. Yep. Where did we come? The belly of the beast, man. You can always rely on it. So we had a rejection here at this yellow 786, which is the medium 786 from this high back in March to the low that we had set in July. Came to the 786, got rejected, couldn't break above it, so naturally we got to come down, and we came right down to retest the top of the belly of the beast, and it's likely maybe by the end of today we'll close this body of the candle above the micro 786 from the low that we had set in September to the high that we had set in September. It's likely we may come back up to reclaim 0.5338. If not, we absolutely need to hold the top of the belly of the beast at around 51 cents, because if not, we could likely head much lower. Well, not much lower, but decent amount down to potentially 42 to 44 cents, which is around 15 to 18% dip. So that's what is going on there. If we look at some other things, so we had a sell now signal back at 64 cents on the 12-hour chart after getting that buy at 53 cents, and some sells and buys here. On the daily chart, we didn't get a sell because we didn't go up in a big way. It was a little quick pop, came back down, but we'll keep an eye on if we see a 1-day prepare to buy soon, because if that happens, then likely we're good to send it up to finally break above that 66 cent level. We keep getting rejected at 66 cents because once it does break above there and really hold as support, it's off to the races. It's so off to the races because we have, we just been getting rejected at that level. And that's, we got the 1 week 200 moving average there. We have the void line ribbons. You go on a monthly chart. No, sorry, a 2-week chart. And you have the void line right there as well too. Like if we break above there, hold as support, 93 cents will come quick, and it won't stop there in my opinion. We are retesting on the weekly chart the market structure ribbon band as well too, so that's solid, but we need to hold above this level on this weekly candle close coming in a few days. So that's going to be it as far as what I'm watching for XRP, SUI, Flare, Bitcoin, others, etc. The pump dump chart. Keep an eye out. Join the Discord market updates channel. If anything changes, I will let you guys know. And if you're a Stargate VIP and you have access to the Stargate signals, I sent an email out. The 2 things you need as a crypto holder: if you come down here and you have access to the Stargate signals, like for your own charts, you don't even need a paid trading view for it. So if you have access because you're a member and you haven't set up a trading view, it's free. So set it up and then click this in the email, get bear market bottoms. This is going to, help you for so many years to come if you are planning on staying in crypto for the longevity of, it being around. Because every single Bitcoin bear market since 2012, we're talking at over a decade, it's been 100% accurate. We're only looking, this is for bear market bottoms. So you see, prepare to buy soon, buy now, bang, ripped. Buy now, 2015, ripped. 2019, buy now, ripped. 2023, I remember like it was yesterday in January saying bear market bottoms in. No, nobody wanted to believe it, but it was this same chart that I used to be like, nah, it's in, because looking to the past, you can't deny it. So we had buy now and then bang. So this is for bear market bottoms. You don't pay attention to the vertical red or yellow on this, just the green and the blue. And you can save this chart, set up an alert for it. And if you don't know how, book a one-on-one with me. It's included with your plan. I'll help you do it. It takes 5 minutes. So after you do that, and you can even book it right there, need a one-on-one. After you do that, come down, get bull market top signals. You click that. And then right here, you have, this is what we use for the tops. The other one is what we use for the bottoms, the green and the blue for the bottoms, the red and the yellow for the tops. And as you can see, bull market top in 2014, bull market top in 2018, bull market top in 2021. And currently we have the prepare to sell soon, no sell now yet, but you're going to want to absolutely know right when this flashes that sell now, because it's done, it's over, pack it up. It's just, you look to the past 10 years, there's no denying it. Very high time frame, 42-day chart. So when that vertical yellow sell now flashes, whether Bitcoin goes down, sideways, or up, I'm out. And looking at the past, not financial advice, just can't deny it. So set this up if you're a Stargate VIP and you have access, because you got to utilize these tools that are here for you. And you don't want to be caught with your pants down thinking that we're going to go to the moon and we've seen the signal flash. So set that up. If you don't have it set up, you need help with it, book a one-on-one. You know how to find me. So that's going to be it. Link is in the bio. Come join the Discord, and I'll see you guys in the next video.